This video is about what's new in JED for 2010. For us here at CareerSoft, the big thing about JED for this year has been modelling what I like to call the web and flow of the modern day workplace. By web we mean the interconnectedness of jobs. No jobs exist on their own, although far too many careers resources behave as if they do. Whatever job you do, it'll tie in with other jobs as well, and in JED we've put a lot of effort into showing how jobs interlink, and I'll show you some of that in a minute. And then there's the flow of jobs, where we're trying to show how jobs turn up in the river of life that is your career and mine, as we change jobs and move from one thing to the next. Nearly everyone now can expect to have several jobs over the course of their working lifetime, and most likely in multiple different careers. So we need to show that. So let's get started and have a look at the web and flow of JED for 2010. Here's JED with the bright and easy to use interface that we know and love, and the searches, quizzes, top 10s, all that sort of good stuff are the subject of other help videos, so we won't get into that here. But instead I'm going to whiz around a few different jobs so that you can get a chance to see some of the new jobs and features. And to do that I'm using JED's hot list feature, where in the best Blue Peter style I've already marked up some of the jobs as my favourites. Let's get stuck in right away with hospital pharmacist, and looking here at the description we can see that sprinkled throughout the text we've got links showing the web of the modern workplace by linking to other jobs that are interconnected with this one. Clicking on any of these links takes us to that job record. Let's whiz on and have another look at a job record, microbiologist this time, and have a look at the training section. And here not only have we got the training needed to get into this job, but we've also got notes about the continuing training done in the early years of doing this job. That's all part of the flow of a working life. There's also a dedicated section with helpful notes about getting work experience, and a new tips section with ideas for getting ahead in what is an increasingly competitive labour market. Thinking again about the interconnected web of work, let's have a look at the details page, and this time the Who tab, and here we are showing the social context in which you'll find yourself in the interconnected web of work when doing this job. Let's follow one of those links. Let's follow the link for nurse, and here let's have a look at the flow of this job by looking at the money page. And here we don't just show a typical salary, we show how the amount you get paid is likely to vary over time as you get more experience during the flow of your working life. Also showing the flow, we've got a progressions tab showing the sorts of jobs that might lead into this one and where you might go on to after this job. And again, because we need to plan for career changes in the flow of our working life, we've got a Transferable Skills tab. These are the skills that we can take with us when we change jobs and careers, so these are vital for employability, and we want to help students see that. I'll switch to another favourite job here. Let's go and have a look at butcher and show you something else new in JED for 2010. On the money tab we've got trends here, or what we might know as labour market information. Some jobs are on the way up, some are on the way down, and some are facing significant changes, and all of that is worth pointing out to the user. Finally then, let's pay a couple of quick visits to a building control surveyor and a beauty therapist. Building control surveyor shows nicely a couple of other new features. A box highlighting the differences between this job and similar jobs, and then on the Suits Me tab a list of the personal qualities needed for doing this job well. Things you will need to be interested in, good at, and things you'll need to be able to cope with. And finally then, let's have a look at beauty therapist and go and look at the Find Out More tab and the list of contacts for this job. And note here that we don't just give the links, but we also have a bit about what they are and how they might help, so that our users get the benefit of the considerable experience of our researchers. And all our researchers, by the way, are careers professionals with current client-facing experience and qualified to at least QCG. Well, there's lots more we could talk about, but that'll do for this quick tour of some of what's new in JED for 2010. If you've got a JED, then get clicking, as that's the best way to learn about all the new things that JED can do. And if you've not got a JED, then get in touch with us here at CareerSoft, and we'll be pleased to send you a copy to play with.